Hi, Bill Henshaw here again, your walking constitution. And I want to report on recent events and updates and my continued ongoing research, which have developed, among other things, a killer letter that I'm going to make available to everyone on request for information. Send me an email, unandcourt@gmail.com. And I've got what I call a love letter to the governor of whatever jurisdiction you happen to be in, noting that these governors, even if they're territorial governors, and we can prove that they are, have the sworn duty to see that the laws are faithfully executed. This looks a lot like a discretionless ministerial duty to me, particularly since I've not been successful at this point in getting any members of the legislature and or the quote unquote judicial branch of government to do their damn jobs. And they too are sworn and bound by this constitution and laws enacted in pursuance thereof. The big deal here that the governor, with that duty, we're going to instruct him in no uncertain terms and in great detail that we need him to instruct out here in California the county clerk, who is the ex officio clerk of the California District Court, not federal district court, California District Court, constitutional common law court. We get into that court, our troubles are over, as these bastard corporations and their bleeping attorneys can't even come into our court unless we let them. That's how good it is. That's how good the original intent of the framers was. And we've just gotten so far away from it, particularly in the last 90 years, if not going back to the war between the states. But this is the way I think we can do it, because if that's a discretionless ministerial duty, then it looks like to me, and we would call it multiple things, but writ of habeas corpus / writ of mandate from the U.S. Supreme Court to the governor, whether territorial or state, doesn't matter, will order him to order the county clerk or whoever it is in your jurisdiction to do his discretionless ministerial duty to not only file our documents, but without any filing fees and the damn undefined dollars, without any allegedly required forms, nothing. And think about this too, that the forms we're talking about here in California and probably every other jurisdiction are promulgated by the California Judicial Council. Nothing of the sort. It's all state bar attorneys. All they're doing with those forms is making damn sure that we can't get any documents filed in their courts, because if we do that and they're and they're unopposed, and I have a habit of doing that. And the good news is, even if we don't get them filed, making the effort sets the constructive record that it's unopposed. And now we can go after the bastards, for violating their oaths of office and make them pay for it. So that's the really good news here. And for more good news, send me an email, unandcourt@gmail.com. Because this, I think, is the key to getting out from under at long last. And as I said in recent videos, in an unprecedented window of opportunity, where the Supreme Court appears to be acting like a judicial court for the first time in 90 years, which means at least on some of our issues, if not all of them, they're going to have our backs. And now these corporate perps and anybody in government can't be sure what's going to happen. Because we should be able to hold them accountable. That's the whole point here. And if we do that, I wonder how many of these black robe bastards is going to take to end up in close proximity to cell 2455 in San Quentin for them to get the message to start doing their damn jobs. And that's what it is we want. And we want it for our children and our posterity. Unfortunately for me, I don't have any, but that was the purposeful decision I made a long time ago for various reasons. But you make it better and teach by example, with your kids and your posterity and show them it can be done, which in this nation, not only I think it still can, this is the only one in which it's ever been possible on the face of the earth to do it. And it's our duty, particularly as lawful de jure free white state citizens, to do that. If we're the sovereign body politic, we can do it. And the good news is we get our documents filed in this judicial court. Guess what? They're basically going to be defaults because we're the judge in there. Just the reverse of what it is. Don't they say black is white and CIA and Langley? Ain't. Now the coin is completely flipped. They don't have any standing in our judicial courts, which was supposed to exist pursuant to the original intent, and they can't compel us into their administrative tribunals and their martial law jurisdiction. That's how good this is. And by the way, another good point here with statute of limitations, there ain't any. Ain't. Whatever happened to you, however long ago it was, doesn't matter because of all the deceit, fraud, and treason in the system, and no way to know we have these judicial remedies. It's all terrific. It's a matter of thinking about it and perspective. And trust me, I didn't get it all earlier on either. It took a while, and I'm still learning after in my 40th year here. But that's how good this love letter is. And like I say, with the request for information, send me an email, uwinnincourt@gmail.com. I'll get you a complimentary copy of that out and some other goodies too, and get you started on understanding what it's really about here and what we have to get back to. So that's the good news for the day. And as I remember, as I say at the end of my videos, what we have to do is all work together here and cut out this divide and conquer crap they've been doing for 150 years, all this civil rights shit. It doesn't exist, people. Wake up, Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. 14th Amendment not only doesn't exist, it was contemporaneously ruled unconstitutional by the U.S. Supreme Court. So we do that and get on the same page here. That's how we get these bastards off our backs. Thank you.